Hello again, everyone. My name is Miss Linda, and I'm one of the children's librarians over at East Hampton Library. And today I'm going to show you another Make It Home craft. And I just wanted to say that it's great to see you again, and I hope you're doing well. So the craft I'm going to show you today are paper roll flower stampers, which we're going to make some art with. So let me start by explaining to you what you need for this craft. So it would be great if you have some white paper. Doesn't have to be white, but that's what I'm using today. A scissor, and a scissor that is designed for children would be ideal. If you only have adult scissors, please have a parent help you. Like a Sharpie marker or a pencil would be great. Some Q-tips. I have some little jars of tempera paint. You could use watercolor, whatever you could find. Some white paper plates or some other sort of disposable foil dish or paper, whatever you can find. Some water and a brush. So the water is to clean out the brush. Then you need some paper rolls. You could take paper towel rolls and cut them in half or into different sizes, or you could use toilet paper rolls. So I have a few different stampers that I made, so I'll show you some options here. This is a flower that just kind of has square petals. This little one has pointed petals, as you can see. This one, I cut them a little bit rounded. This one has square petals, but they're larger. And this one has sort of very fine, longer petals. Okay, so let's start by showing you how to make one of these. So I will take one of these paper towel tubes and I'll cut the opposite end so you can see what I did. So the first thing that might be helpful is if you have a ruler, if you want to mark maybe 1 inch down on the paper roll. It's just important that when you cut, that all the cuts end at the same spot. So when you fold it over for your stamper, it's going to be flat. So I'm just going to kind of do this one by eye. You can just kind of mark around the paper roll at the same level. And then you're going to take your scissor and you're going to cut, just make a snip up to that line. So I'm just going to cut some square petals. If you want to be very precise, you can measure the distance between them, but I'm just going to do it by my eye. Okay, so they're all around the same size. They don't have to be perfect. So then we're going to fold the petals down. See the way I'm folding here? And all the petals will end up flat like this, so that when we go to stamp, it will be nice and level, hopefully. So this stamper here has 2 sides. Okay, so I will show you how to make a stamp with this one, which was already used with orange. So it's always good to have some little bit of paper towels or napkin to dry off your brush. So I'm going to take some orange paint. Now I'm going to paint the leaves with the orange paint, or the petals actually. You can also dip it in. You could dip it into your paint like so and kind of smear it around, or you could paint the color right onto your petals to be more precise and get the thickness that you like for your craft. Okay, so these petals started to curl a little bit. They were already wet. So here are my petals. So I'm going to take my paper here and I'm going to press down, and then with my finger, I'm just going to press each petal down onto the paper. Make sure it goes all the way flat down, so every corner is pressed. Then I'm going to lift up my paper and I have a stamp. And then if you'd like your flower to have a center, there's a lot of ways we could do this. I'm dipping my Q-tip into some red paint. You could also use a paintbrush. So I'm going to draw a circle so my flower has a center. So let's try another one. How about this big fluffy flower here? So this one was just made by cutting longer cuts, marking your tube further down and cutting them very thin. So let's see, maybe we will make this one red. Put a little bit more red in here. Now this one might be better. We just take the paint, kind of spread it around really well. See how big we need this to be. And put a little bit more paint. Okay, so make a big red circle. And then we'll take the big flower, we'll kind of smear it around in the paint because we're not really going to be able to paint this one individually. So got some paint on there, and then we're going to pick a spot on our artwork and we'll put this flower down, and we can press. I'm going to just press with my fingers, which will then be a mess, but you can do it however you like. Okay. All right, so we have a fancier flower, and this flower I think I'm going to give this flower a yellow center. So there you go, you have two of them now. And then we could take our paintbrush and maybe we could take some green. I'm taking a little bit of green paint, and I'm just going to, maybe help if you had a thinner brush, but just going to make some stems and some leaves for my flowers. So there you go. So just to let you know, for the other shapes that we didn't really try yet, for this one you can just cut 4 cuts in the end of your roll and then cut them into points. So you'll get like a pointed flower. And this one, we just made the cuts and folded down and then cut them more rounded. So you could have more rounded petals on that one. So have fun making some stamps with paper rolls. And I hope you post some of your creations on either the Instagram or Facebook page. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye. Have a great day.